Up my freaks, Ruinous Insight here with part 11 of my Total Warhammer II modded Arkhan the Black campaign. So as we saw last time, Sudenburg has fallen with their last stand at the Plain of Tuskers being a major failure, almost as much a failure as moving their army and march stance right beside the Black Tower to get destroyed. That was, I'm still laughing about it. That poor AI, I feel bad. Anyway, this means that next on the chopping block is Tic-Tac-Toe. I love the little guy, but he has to be destroyed. Now, one unfortunate aspect of this is he does have a defensive ally in the Greybeard's Prospectors. However, he is also at war with the Ripperhorn tribe, so I believe if we give them, if we go join war against Talakwa, yeah, moderate. I feel like if we give them some money, even if moderate is not something they're willing to do, we should be able to get going. So, let's do that. We're actually going to move King Kura over here to Al-Kalabad, I think, instead of to Pools of Despair, because we are going to need the Screaming Skull Catapults to assault Jaluk Oasis, whereas Intef rather, can attack the Pools of Despair, and Arkhan can move over here. Alright, so that's going to take a few turns. Let's end this turn, as nothing else needs to be done. We are also, of course, going to try to get enough Canopic Jars and money saved up to unlock the first of our new semi-legendary lords. I believe there were some comments with regards to them being pretty darn different in SFO, and I do remember reading something along those lines. Hey, free money. Sweet. Yeah, so that's definitely going to be a goal. We will, of course, want to unlock them all, but Walk Up the First Dynasty is going to be first. Mostly because it seems like Rakash of the Second Dynasty is tax rate and public order. It's probably nice, especially if he has a bunch of stuff that makes him buff up territories where he sits, but nonetheless. Wait, on steed with sword and halberd, what about you? On foot with dual swords. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. We're going with the desert guy first, though. He'll be our ambush army. I don't know what I'm going to put into his army yet. Oh, you know what? We should get this, but you know what? It's probably not worth the ludicrous cost right now. The construction cost decrease for infantry buildings is nice if it counts the vampire buildings, because they cost a lot, though. So before upgrading to the next level of vampire buildings, we will build that. This turn, we will also go to Bel Aliad and build our treasure tomb right here. Gotta get that extra cash flowing. Arkhan, you are gonna start moving all through the Gulf over here. I love this. I love the fact that there are two ports here, but they don't connect to anything because the map isn't complete, which means that we don't have to build anything here with defensive structures and reduce our cash flow. Not that I love the fact that the map isn't complete. Waiting for the third game. Alright, let's see. Arkhan, yeah, so it'll take 2 turns to move to Jaluk Oasis, and then a third to attack. Fair enough. Move up here. You're gonna move right, I guess, here. Oh, wow, Al-Kalabad makes a lot less money than the Pools of Despair. So let's keep you in the Pools of Despair for now, just to keep the cash flow. And then we'll change it up later. And, oh, finally level 10. That means you finally get Disciple of Ualat. Plus 10 melee attack for Direwolves and Fellbats, making Direwolves not a huge upgrade because they already had an insane amount of attack. It's their melee defense and their armor that's trash. But the Fellbats, 45-56 on a freaking Fellbat unit. That's amazing, because they're great at tying up units normally with their high melee defense, but not so great at damaging with their incredibly low melee attack. But with all these upgrades and with Frenzy, that's pretty damn nice. I'm gonna be excited to have a whole cloud of bats. These two armies are gonna trade their units a little bit. We might make the desert guy, this guy that's coming up, as sort of pseudo-ghoul king, whereas this guy's gonna have a bunch of Fellbats and archers and direwolves, as well as this flock of Job, because they also get a bunch of they share a bunch of the Carrion share a bunch of upgrades with the bats. Anyway, let's, I believe, end this turn. There's nothing else to do. We should probably move Prince Araru over here. Maybe we can even have these guys trade some troops, considering they don't really need the Crypt Ghoul. The only problem with these guys, of course, is going to be the fact that they're going to have a difficult time holding the line. I suppose what we could do is upgrade Sun-Scorched Bones with them and get a bunch of Skeleton Spears here. But if this is Arkhan's supporting army, if it's just here to support Arkhan, I guess Arkhan's going to be the one that's worried about holding the line, and he does have the Whites of Stone Rathtarn, and temporarily the Nehekar Warriors, although they do hit damn hard, especially the Usirian's Legion 6045. Anyway, I think that's another turn, so let's end that. I still don't know what to do with you. I mean, we can't steal tech with him because he doesn't have the ability. Military alliance with Arkhan, that's swell. You're a swell guy, but you know, buy me a drink first. You know what kind of drink Arkhan likes. Let's see. I guess we can. Yeah, I guess we can trade here. I'm just worried about this taking an extra turn. Oh, what do we have here? The main tributary used for trade and transport of materials from one holy site to another is slowly drying out. The water level has now dropped to a dangerous level. What should be done, if anything, to prevent from drying out completely? Dried up river, loose trade, don't really care about that. Income from trade, once again, that's nothing for us, basically. We get like 200 from trade right now or something silly like that. Oh, but plus 50% from income trade-producing buildings. Or income from trade-producing building. Trade good-producing... you know. That's interesting. That might be worth it. Because gold mines produce trade goods for the Tomb Kings, and they also make an insane amount of cash, which means this should buff up the gold mines. Bel Aliad alone, I think, makes, what, 450 gold per turn? Another plus 50%? Oh, let's try it. We're at 3379. Dig and pray. Yeah, that's worth it. Oh, man. A little over 600 gold per turn. Definitely worth it. Alrighty, now you two. I want you to go into raiding stand. Go right here. This faction's not dead yet, right? And they're still at war with Tiktaq? Yeah. Absolutely beautiful. Ah, you guys can't... You guys can't get close enough to each other. Okay, fine. Move here. That's going to cost us a little bit of money. Actually, didn't. Okay. I thought that we'd make less money here. And then Intef, you are going to go here. And then... What's the best way to do this? I guess we put King Aru in your army, so we'll lose these three. And then... I guess we could give you 2 more dire wolves. Instead of... I mean, is 4 bats enough? I feel like it's enough. Now I feel like this guy has too many bats and stuff. But I guess they need to be supporting the... supporting the Crypt Horror army, if this guy's going to have primarily Ghoul. It really depends on what kind of upgrades the semi-legendary Lord has. We could also give up these guys. Do they really need to be in here? That's the question. I do really like King Nekesh's Scorpion Legion. They've been working out quite well. We could give that to another lord that focuses on Tomb Scorpions, though. Maybe Tomb Scorpions and Skeleton Spears, and then upgrade them to Tomb Scorpions and Tomb Guard with Halberds. Something like that. The Spears and the Halberds sort of mimicking Scorpion's tails is what I'm getting at here. Yeah, why not? You know what? If it's going to be Arkhan's sporting army, let's do that, and then let's give you even more bats. I'm loving the bats. Alright, I think that's good enough.
I must wait.
There we go. Now you're a true supporting army. You, not Tolothor, where's our... Right here. Going up.
Strengthen our legions.
And since this is Arkhan's supporting army, it's not really going to need to have a... it's not going to need to have a mage priest, or a lich priest, rather, because said lich priest... I don't like how it's 3 and 3. I need to change that up. Yeah, what I don't like about that is that Arkhan's going to be casting stuff, and Arkhan already has a lich priest, so he won't need a second one. Alrighty, speaking of, Arkhan, moving on in. Right here to Jaluk. And I believe... I mean, we should probably spend some of this money. We need to conquer at least one of these cities before we get the... before we get Wakaf up and running. Let's see what kind of cash we can make. Nothing out of this. I mean, at least not anything that's worthwhile. 40 extra gold. It's going to take a long, long time to pay for itself. And we'll probably replace this in Bel Aliad with something. Wait, in fact, let's go to the building browser. Would we eventually replace this? We could get a mortuary sanctum here, but it's probably not worth... Oh, we can build a freaking refurbished workshop here instead. Oh yeah, we're going to be doing that. And yeah, I know that they cost canopic jars per turn, but that's life. We just need to make some buildings that make canopic jars per turn as well. There are buildings that make canopic jars per turn, right? Gotta be one. Trying to find one right now. Because if that's not the case, then we won't be able to build too many of these. Okay, yeah, you know what? We're gonna hold off on upgrading. No. Why do you have to appear right there? Right over the check. Okay, well, I think we can hold off on upgrading these. You know what? Tax rate. I want to up the tax rate in Sudenburg. Oh, it's already upped. Okay. Is there anywhere else we can get more taxes? We need more money. We need more cash. Kemery is in growth rate. Oh wow, their public order is kind of trash, but that'll fix itself in a few turns. You know what? I think we'll change you to tax rate then. And yeah, I mean, the growth is valuable here. Nah, you know what? I think we need the growth here. You are in public order. I think we can change you to tax rate then. Not a huge difference, but probably worth it. Alrighty. That's good enough. I believe everybody has moved. Who's not moved here? Hero. Tolathor, you don't really do anything right now. You're more of a scout and a wound person, so fine. We're gonna end the turn, and then next 2 turns, we should get to that battle with Tiktaq. Telia versus Clan Scryer. Okay, war declared. The AI does pretty well generally with the Skaven, so How are you guys doing? Oh, what the hell is Tiktaq doing? Oh, he just killed himself. Oh, you poor fool. Yeah, poor fool. Oh, Tiktaq, you... I feel bad for the AI yet again. Okay, so here's what we do. We'll have King Kura attack. We'll move Intef over here, and then we'll have him take the Pools of Despair. Next turn. You... oh, we gotta level up. Necrotect. Not gonna put you on the chariot yet. I believe we were building through this to get Desert Strike, so let's go there. And then we will simply talk to Galak Bloodgorge. Join war against Talaqua. High chance of success. Will you give us some cash while we're at it? The demand payment, how about 1,300? Moderate. 2,300. Low. How about 1,300? Ah, damn it. Okay, fine. Join. No. Join war against Talaqua. Payments, how about 99? Beautiful. And a free 1k. And how these guys like us. They're going to raid our territory, so we're going to probably kill them later, but... oh, Tiktaq. We're going to make this a cinematic battle for obvious reasons. Unfortunately, it won't be Arkhan attacking. It'll be King Kura. But I guess we'll set up the Screaming Skull catapults anyway. Alright, let's do it. Do we need to put you into any stance? No, I think we're okay.
Attack and destroy.
Oh, you... Yeah, this is pretty weak compared to what we have here. We probably didn't even need both armies, but it'll be fun watching all the siege go to town, basically. What do they have here? Upkeep, missile strength? Yeah, that's fine. Attack.
For Nehekara.
Alright, here we go. Battle against Tic-Tac-Toe, and right off the fell bat, we see a major problem. Our army, our secondary army, is the one that can't hold the line because it has only supporting units, is the one that spawns at the... oh, man. Right against the enemy army, and Arkhan is spawning behind the enemy army. So that is going to be a major issue. I decided to actually spread out our forces as much as possible to try to lead as many of the enemy army away, or as many individual units of the enemy army away from the Screaming Skull catapults. I don't want to spend time rebuilding these things. I don't care as much about rebuilding the archers, because they can be recruited anywhere, and we have plenty of them. I like that you can see the eyeballs of the Screaming Skulls through them. That's kind of hilarious. Alright, let's see what we're working with here. And got some hits in. Half of them missed, really. Only a couple of the red-crested skinks, by the looks of them. Yeah, red-crested skinks died here. But man, This battle certainly became a more fun battle because of the added difficulty of having the enemy spawn like this. Now, we do have a bunch of enemy flyers here because this is, of course, Tiktaq that we're fighting, Lord of the Skies as he is, and we are going to have to either bat the enemy... what are these guys called again? Pterodons, yes. Bat the enemy Pterodons, or just shoot them out of the sky with some arrows. And I think we're going to start by shooting this particular unit. The bats are moving around because I do see a bunch of enemy units moving over here to try to go for our Screaming Skull catapults, and I, once again, don't want none of that. Over on this side of the flank, we do move all 4 of our units of dire wolves together, and one of the good things about that is a bunch of the enemy force, 4 whole units, decide to counter the doggos. That seems like a waste. They should have sent 2 max. Arkhan's army is still moving onto the field. They're not all here, I believe. Oh, no, wait. The second one just arrived. The second casket just arrived, so we're all here now. Tic-Tac-Toe has landed among the Whites of Stone Rat Tarn, and I immediately focus him with all of our range. I believe he has fairly lackluster armor, so he drops fairly quickly, and with him being surrounded by the Whites who have missile resistance and Snuggles, he's not really going anywhere. We probably won't even need Arkhan to deal with him, but hey, he's, I feel bad for him. It is a cool lord. He's just got a really fun playstyle. And there we go. So we have the ghosts working together with the Whites, and this is sort of a microcosm of what the rest of the campaign is going to be like, because this is going to be the build of our main army. Tons of ethereal units plus the Whites. Now, let's see what's going on over here. Unfortunately, as I said, the main force of the enemy being the Cold One Riders and the Skinks, and I believe... Oh, no, there's another board over here, have hit our Skeleton Archers. I think I actually did tell them to skirmish, but they're too slow to get away from the Skinks and the Cold One, so there's really no point. Like, they're just gonna very, very slowly try to march away, and they're just gonna get wrecked, but that's okay. Also, over here we have a little battle, an aerial battle between the Bats and the Pterodons, and obviously, Bats absolutely annihilate the Pterodons. Oh, and there goes Tic-Tac-Toe. He died really quite fast, being focused down as he was. So this part of the map, obviously, where Arkhan came out, is absolutely obliterating the enemy force. They have no chance to speak of. We are also firing our caskets into the midst of the enemy Chameleon Skinks, which is one of my favorite units in the game. These guys are really, they're really fun to use, and they're shockingly effective, both on the walls and with regards to kiting enemy units around and not taking extra damage from enemy range fire. Gotta love those little guys. But yeah, we expected Arkhan's side of the battle to go quite well. I mean, what else was going to happen there? The enemy air force with Tic-Tac-Toe has already fallen. All of the units of Pterodons are dead, and now the Bats are just getting to work destroying everything else once again, because they're insanely high defense rate as they are now. They do very, very well. I mean, they're even fighting Cold Ones here, and yeah, they're taking some damage. They're in critical binding due to being attacked in the flank, but they're still winning. They're beating the Cold One Spear Riders. Very, very nice. And they're surrounding this unit of red-crested skinks as well. The red-crested skinks are armor-piercing units, so that is actually fairly useless against the Fellbats, who have 0 armor. So that's actually a fairly decent matchup for us, especially when they attack from the back. Obviously, our Skeleton Archers are still getting wrecked. Over here, a single unit of Cold One Spear Riders did charge these guys, and I did keep back our Tomb Prince and our Tomb King, as well as a single unit of Carrion and a unit of Bats, which actually ended up sending away later, just to countercharge these guys, keep them from killing our Screaming Skull catapults. Really didn't need any of that. They needed to keep firing. So let's get back to regular speed now. Alrighty, the doggos, of course, chasing around the enemy units. Unfortunately, one of them gets stuck. I think a couple of the enemy... A couple of the units over here, yeah, see, they got stuck on this, and it forced them to re-engage repeatedly. I hate that's the way it works. I really wish what you could do is select out some individual units from a pack and just separate them. Make them, like, write them off as losses, because these guys They're just crumbling. They have the final level of debilitation, and yeah. So now we just have a few of these doggos. I'm waiting around just to have them charge at units that are running away instead of charging them directly into enemies, because as we've seen before, charging them into knights and stuff does not end well. Because on the charge, the knights are victorious. Once again, it's bats versus cold ones over here, and the bats should do pretty well. I mean, they do take some damage once again. Weak binding. Huh, actually. I mean, these guys are dropping, but so are the bats. Let's just watch this battle a little bit. Who's better, the bat or the cold one? The bats probably prefer to feed on the warm-blooded. And it looks like the bats do win out. The feral cold ones do rout, but I think that might be because of the chain rout. Arkhan's army obliterated the force that went after them, and then Tic-Tac-Toe died, so with no lord, the enemy army is not going to stay on the field, and there's the decisive victory. Most of the losses, of course, being comprised of King Kura's army, but that's as expected, and of course we can regenerate them, or re-raise them, or re-recruit them as much as we want.
The realm of souls fills with
Ooh,
my
a
foes.
tougher battle than I had originally anticipated. Quite a bit tougher, in fact, with nearly 500 losses on our side. I think... I mean... Almost all these losses were in King Kura's army, so it's not a huge deal. The only problem there is the fact that we spawned Arkhan behind the enemy army, and the enemy army just decided to go for King Kura's force, which can't really hold the line, which I suppose is one of the bad things about having him as a supporting army. The good thing is he only carries disposable units, so we don't really care about the casualties here as long as they're not the Screaming Skull catapults. It's Arkhan's army that really matters, and it's Arkhan's army that got basically unharmed by this. I think the Necrotech took some damage, but other than that, plus we got to see the bats go, I don't know, go to town and do a lot of damage. Actually got more kills than the Screaming Skull catapults, which is quite nice. The archers actually did fairly well as well. We're gonna have to replace them, and we can trade for a direwolf with Intech's army, or I forgot his name again. It's something similar to Intech's army. We should get this Razor Standard off of King Kura, though, and put it on Arkhan, because he can definitely get a lot more value out of it. Probably gonna pop it onto one of the Whites of Stormwrath Tarn. Anyway, so much for Tiktaq. We are going to occupy El Calabat, and we're gonna get enough Canopic Jars. Beautiful. Oh, wow! You get plus 20 movement range for defeating Tiktaq. Oh, damn it. Okay, yeah, major problem. Major freaking problem. We need to wait until Tic-Tac-Toe, until he regenerates. We need this buff on Arkhan. It's going to go a long way to helping us. Okay, so here's what we'll do then. We're gonna raid Jaluk Oasis repeatedly for a few turns and wait until Tic-Tac-Toe comes back. And as soon as he does, then we'll attack him with Arkhan. In the meantime, we can probably do the Tomb Blade of Arkhan quest. Because, yeah, we can't pass that up. I really wish Arkhan had got that buff as well. But I don't believe, because he's a reinforcing army, I don't believe he does. Yeah, damn it. I did not know it would be such a good buff. Okay, well, you need to get the standard. Thank you. Enchanted item. Potion of Strength is on King Kura. Not a horrible potion, and Arkhan feels like more of a fighter right now. I mean, he's more defensive than offensive, but he does hit pretty hard. I don't know, I'll think about that one. Man, that buff, though. I'm just shocked. Okay, let's see. We'll demolish this building because we don't need it here. Black Tower of Arkhan is going to be primarily a money-making territory, so we're going to be building money-making buildings everywhere. Let's also... Oh, wow, the dies also increase money. This place is going to be disgusting. Alrighty, so in Tef... It's in Tef, not in Tech. I'm gonna forget in like two episodes anyway, or probably this very episode. What do you have here? Restore Nehekaran glory, growth a local province. No, thank you. You're not gonna be sitting around in the local province. It's just not gonna happen. And you're not gonna be carrying crypt ghouls around since you're gonna be the Packs of Terror guy. So I guess we gotta go with Reclaim Lost Treasures. None of this really gives us a lot. I suppose what we could do... Honestly, this gives us so little, I feel like we just go for Canopic Jars. Well, at least for now. What we could do is we could sack Jaluk Oasis, but it's level 4. We could take both of this, save both of these buildings by taking it intact. Man, and these guys we can't do anything about because they're...
what you have to say. We'll hear it before
We actually want them to cancel this stuff with us. Come on, cancel it. I don't want Arkhan's reliability rating to tank. He needs to deceive people. Anyway, let's see what else we got. We got a lot of cash, so a walk off of the First Dynasty. It's going to be your time to shine next turn. That's all of our Canopic Jars. Hopefully we don't run into an event that needs to use Canopic Jars right after we use them. That'd be quite disappointing. And we still have money left over. Lovely. Quite lovely. Let's get our upgrades going as well. Mr. Araru, got your first upgrade. Phalanxes, +5 for all units when defending. Man, these guys are so defensive. It's all upgrades when defending. We're never going to be defending. I really dislike that about the Tomb Prince. Why don't they have an offensive tree? It's all defensive. Kind of silly. Our Tomb Prince is not supposed to attack? Whatever. Get training. Get training for now. Oh, we got 2 upgrades. Well then, again, Indomitable Will or Canopic Jar. This is probably... Nah, just screw it. Screw it. Go Canopic Jar. Bam it. And let's see. Arkhan, what do you got? We could get another point in Raise Dead. We will need Grand Vizier's command eventually. Like, it's guaranteed that we need it. Do we need it right now? We might have to skip the blue line, as I already said, because Arkhan doesn't actually have a lot of points remaining with only 20 levels left. We still want to go through his Necrostrike line, but we also want to get the Resurrect line. Plus, I at least want the Fate of Biuna, maybe the Purple Son of Xeraeus as well. And we need to upgrade Life Leeching. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do. A lot of stuff to do. And probably eventually going to get his Chariot. We don't have to keep him on it. We will need to get Martial Prowess. We got to finish up with the Curse of Undeath. Probably Embalmed in Elixir. And might skip Ancient Tyrant. I don't know. Maybe get Ceremonial Bandages. We'll see how much we have remaining. We have to get Spirit Binder because he's going to get a lot of Ghost units. Let's go Grand Vizier's Command for now. I mean, it's free armor and leadership. Primarily, I like all the, I like spamming the buffs on these Whites of Stone Wrath Tarrants in TF4. This furthers your plans. Oh, we got another upgrade I didn't notice. You, Lich Priest. You're almost level 20, but you're already immortal, so it doesn't really matter about that level. And we have Canopic Jars maxed out as well. I guess we gotta go with Earthing, but I haven't been using too many of these spells. Once again, with this particular faction, I've been spamming cheap spells as opposed to crazy expensive spells like the Skullstorm. And I don't think we need this right now. Power Sap might be nice. Let's just go ahead towards Arcane Conduit. That's more mana for Arkhan to use, nothing else. Alright, so that's good. Heroes not moved. Killathor. Can you kill one of Tic-Tac-Toe's heroes? Is one over here? I swear I saw one earlier. But maybe not. What can you do to this? I don't actually want to damage buildings because we want to take that thing. Oh, there's a hero over here. It's kind of far. I'm not sending our hero over there.
Lord of the Glade.
Now this. If we were to start popping the... If we were to start popping the Great Incantation of Xar, the attrition from Sandstorm, will this army heal itself if we just spam that, or will it not? We gotta use that at least once just to find out. But actually affect the dwarves here. How close are we to it? One turn.
His resurrection.
That's interesting. Might have to look into that. Let's check what we can build before we head to the next turn. Yes, Khemri finished up its level. We could try to save up for the Great Pyramid of Khemri. That's another 5 Canopic Jars per turn. But nothing else is really all that helpful here, although it does unlock the Golden Host of Mahrak. Wait, can Arkhan build the Golden Host of Mahrak? I don't actually remember. Oh, they're Nehekara warriors as well? They're shielded Nehekara warriors with the Resilience. If we get a bunch of these into Arkhan's army while we're waiting for ghosts, that might, or ethereal units, that might actually be quite nice. In the meantime, well, we definitely need to get this, but the thing about this is it's going to cost population. But it's only 1. While the population is low, it's not a huge deal. We need 4 for the Tomb City upgrade. I feel like that's going to take too long. I guess we got to do this. I don't like how we lose armor and stuff, but we need this to get the refurbished stone workshop here. And we do make a decent amount of cash here. We have this other gold mine. Or we could upgrade Xandri and try to get the fleet port of Xandri. I really don't like how these guys are near Xandri now. Man. Do we just upgrade Xandri? There's a lot of options, and it's making me wonder. So got to get this building basically everywhere. But not right now. Because I don't think we can afford it. We'll need the treasure tomb here. Okay, you know what? Yeah, screw it. Build the faded pyramidion here. Ah, but it won't allow us to do both at the same time. What? Oh, it's because... Okay, you know what we'll do? We'll do this first. Then, in a single turn, it'll go to 1 population, and then we'll immediately build the faded pyramidion right after that. That makes sense. Alrighty, anything else we gotta upgrade? El Calabat is doing okay. Let's upgrade this to level 2 for a little bit of extra cash. That should pay for itself fairly quickly. You... Kofor, you're going to need defensive buildings. We're going to wait on that one. We are going to wait on this one. Any cheap money buildings we can build? No, I don't think anything we can build that's cheap and money-making. And this is not cheap. But we could save up for this still. 5 canopic jars will help out in need. Also... Oh, we need the Great Pyramid of Cetra, damn. Wait, we don't get one from the Pyramid of Arkhan? Huh. Weird. +2 rank for vampiric units. Weapon strength and fighting against Tomb Kings. Vampire Coast. Missile resistance for vampiric units. I love all the extra buffs for vampiric units. Oh, wow. Lose melee defense, we gain a bunch of weapon strength, yes. That's pretty nice as well. Bounce spell, Gaze of Nagash for all characters without... Oh, that's really nice. What about this? Attrition to enemies within your own territory? Huh, doesn't the Vampiric Corruption do that already? This feels useless if Vampiric Corruption does that already, although, what if it stacks? That basically makes us unattackable. The thing about... what I'm wondering about this is... If this is a free Gaze of Nagash, as in if it's a bounce spell... That's amazing. The thing I don't like about SFO Gaze of Nagash is that while it's a lot better than vanilla Gaze of Nagash, it costs insane amounts of Winds of Magic. 21. Like, that's crazy. I would rather summon Dead several times instead. Well, twice, but still. I mean, at 18 it's a little bit better with 2 points in it, but still probably not as useful. But Bounce Spell. Anyway, let's end the turn. There's nothing really to do, and there's not much time left in this episode either, unfortunately. But we will have to wait for Tic-Tac-Toe, as I've already said, to respawn. I wish he was one of those lords that didn't have a wound time and would just come back instantly. Just like he flew off. Alright, the Awakened are now fighting Tlaxton. Oh, I hope the Awakened don't get destroyed. We need those guys to... Alrighty, Telia's been destroyed. Okay, well, there you go. I was saying that this Skaven gonna have a good time. Ah, the Tomb King, Walkoff is here. We're gonna have you... Oh, can we replace you immediately? In order to disband this Lord... No, I don't want to disband him. Place Lord. Where are you? Walkoff of the First Dynasty. Let's see what you're like, buddy. The Curse. It's just called The Curse. It's not even a specific curse. Let's see. Around self, enemies in range only for 15 seconds. Oh, but it does damage. I like that. Alright, let's get you in here. Oh, wait. Highboard of Hemry. No. Altus to Vasirian. No. And now we replace the Lord. There we go. Our first semi-legend. Great Incantation of Xar. Let's see what you got, buddy. Alright. Okay, well, you still have Carrion Swarms, which is lovely. Repel the Vagabonds. Banner of Eternal Flame. So it's a free Banner of Eternal Flame. Constant plus 20 base damage. Okay, that's pretty nice. What do you have here? Skeleton Archers. Ambushes, fighting in desert. So you like Skeleton Horse Archers. Oh, you like a bunch of You like a bunch of cav units, but you don't buff... Oh, it's all armies faction-wide. Oh, so you buff them faction-wide. You don't even care about having them in your own army. Okay, that's great. So we don't necessarily need to build you out that way. I like that. I really like the fact that it's faction-wide. Okay. So what can you buff? I mean, you can still buff these, so we can definitely make you a Ghoul Lord. A Desert Ghoul Lord. Ambushers. And being an Ambush Lord actually makes sense for a Ghoul guy. Unfortunately, I don't think any of these upgrades will... I guess we could go for Xar. I mean, lore-wise, it would make sense to do so. Oh, this upgrades Skeleton Archers. Considering that we have Garrison the Walls, might make sense, but eh. Otherwise, there's not really a lot of... So this guy doesn't really have too much unique skills. It's just this that makes him more powerful himself. And the rest, not really. Okay, well, I'm actually glad of that in some ways, because I like the fact that we can build him out as we want. He does cause bleeding when he attacks. Let's go Root Marcher, and let's go for Carrion Swarms. What does Alert do? Ambush defense chance, okay. And he's immortal, yeah. He's a semi-legend. Carrion Swarm on every Lord. And you, immediate attack, immediate free level. This should be an auto-resolve. I don't think we need to... Oh, might take a lot of casualties here. I would kind of like to see him in action. You know what, we don't need to make that a cinematic battle. We can just slow down the regular battle. I do want to see him fight. But we will, of course, have to make a cut here because the previous battle was a cinematic one, so here it goes. Alright, yeah, here we go. I would have auto-resolved this, but I want to see the Ghoul Lord. Or our soon-to-be Ghoul Lord at play. And we will have to probably trade a few of these units away. Mainly the Skeleton Spears, because they probably don't belong here. Let's go and... Oh, I would have liked to fight with this map in a real battle. Oh, that's a cool map. Oh well. It's all good. Let's pop the Direwolves over here. Oh, that's some nice Vanguard deployment. Still find it ludicrous that the Bats aren't Vanguard deployment, but whatever. Let's get... I mean, I guess we set the Ghouls up to go... like this. And then we can, you know what, let's have... Ooh. Do the Crypt Horrors look any different in Arkhan's Force, or do they look like regular Crypt? I think these are the regular SFO Crypt Horrors. I think they're red instead of green. I think that's what I'm recalling, because these ghouls are also red. Or is that just Arkhan's ghoul? Oh well, I guess we'll see. Let's see what you look like, buddy. Do you have a different model, or... I mean, he looks just like a regular Tomb King, more or less, but the dual swords. Still, I like the dual swords. Let's see if he can't duel the enemy lord while he's at it. Oh, and he's hiding because he's an ambusher. Which, once again, makes sense for the ghouls. Alrighty, let's move it up. I don't think the enemy has any artillery dinos or anything like that. And what are they doing? Are they going for... Oh, it's because this part of the... our force is hidden, so they're gonna go for the direwolves? But they're supposed to be defending. Alright, let's move. Yes. Let's move them up. Bats, get ready to go. Direwolves, you might need to get ready to run away if these guys do anything. Let's speed it up to max. Once again, I'm just here to check out the Lord and the Crypt Horrors as well. You Direwolves, get out. No. Don't need to get attacked by range units. These guys are not visible yet. Man, hurry up. All of you. Right there. Crypt Horrors, you guys need to slow down. Oh, these guys could probably attack this skink cohort by themselves. You know what? Move back to where you came from. And, okay, now they should see us any second. We'll surround them and kill them all. In fact, we just make this one big blob. Like so. Group 1. Actually, wait. You can be Group 2. Attack. Don't need to do anything fancy or control our units here. Just one big old blob and attack. I just want to find the enemy lord, Saurus versus this guy. You guys don't run too far ahead because you're gonna get damaged. And there we go. And then on Lord, we should probably turn off guard mode. You guys go after the range units. You guys go after the range. The range, and... There we go. Alright, good enough. Let's check out what's going on here. Ah, yes, their Lord is out here alone. Beautiful. That's exactly what I wanted. Let's also watch how well the Crypt Horrors do. I will be interested to see how much damage they dish out by the end of it. Look like they're, knocking back some of these Spear Riders, or are those regular Source? Oh, they're regular. They don't have spears, yeah. They're just regular Cold One Riders. We'll have Lord on Lord action in a second. Tons and tons of ghouls attacking. Let's also just make sure that everybody actually is jump. Oh, these guys are going to charge the bats and the doggos. Oh, these guys are going to charge the doggos. Oh, man, that's good. You guys try to run away. I want to see the Lord. Let's see the Lord duels. You guys keep fighting. Ghouls, don't interfere. What is this guy? Oh, it's a Source Scar Veteran. Lord versus Hero, but still, close enough. Who would be more effective in this particular fight? What their HP is. We got... they're about even. Hey. Ah, Scorpion Legion, stop it. I know you guys want to help. Oh, these hounds. These poor hounds. They're going to get wrecked by these Spear Riders. They have Spear Riders as well. Yeah, let's see if we can't get these guys out and run off the field of the map before they... oh, man, before they suffer too much attrition from this. We need to send the bats here, I think. The doggos are better off chasing units like this. Yeah, you get away. We'll send the bats out here to try to go after the Spear Riders, because the Spear Riders can't get through their crazy amounts of defenses. Alright, back to the duel. What I was trying to get through... Oh, God, yeah. Always have to be in the wet. Barely see the Lord here, Scorpion Legion. I know you wanna stab the guy, but I don't think Walkoff actually needs your help. In fact, the enemy army should be routing very, very soon. You guys keep fighting. Oh, these guys are still alive. Oh, wait, these are different ones. You guys, did you re-engage? Yeah, they can't get out. Bats, can you help them out, please? Might have to resurrect these poor doggos. Although, technically, this army might not have many or any doggos. Ah, they're dead. Okay, screw it. Oh, well. Auto-resolve would not have gotten them killed. Oh, wow, look at the Crypt Horrors chase them down, though. I forgot how fast the Crypt Horrors are. Damn. Very nice. What's your speed at? It's at 52, and it's debuffed right now. You're actually faster than the Crypt Horrors. Interesting. Hey, stop shooting those guys. Come back here, Chameleon Skinks. How fast are the Chameleon Skinks? 84. Okay, the Lord is completely unhurt. The enemy Source Scar Veteran is still fighting, but he's at half HP. We're not going to help him. I want the duel to keep happening. You guys. There we go. See, yeah, the bats seem way, way superior to the doggos now that I think about it. I might end up replacing all doggos with just a bunch with a giant cloud of bats, because it seems like the doggos die constantly, whereas the bats are, I mean, they're fighting freaking Cav, and they're doing just fine. There we go. Back to the duel. I really wish the duel animations were a little bit better. I mean, this game is old, so they don't have the same kind of animations as the... No, stay away. They don't have the same kind of exchange of attacking animations that the recent games have, like Three Kingdoms, or like Troy, or like... What else had them? And, well, those two definitely did. So there's a lot better stuff with, like, Lords blocking each other's attacks and hits actually landing instead of just hitting in each other's vicinity, basically. It's a little bit unfortunate in this, but I'm very, very much excited to see the battles, the duels, really come to life in the third game. Anyway, there's really no need to chase these guys down. Just wanted to see how effective stuff was. We did lose a unit of hounds, but technically this army probably won't have them. I don't know. I might go more bats, or I might split the ghouls here with something else. Maybe something belonging to the actual Tomb Kings, maybe some constructs or something. I gotta think about what to do lorefully here. Because at the end of the day, a ghoul army isn't going to be very good. Like, it's fine now, But even with max buffs, they're not going to be super effective because they're just a relatively weak unit. And when it gets later into the game, it'll be pretty disappointing. So we need to buff this army, probably with some kind of constructs or something. Lorefully, it would probably be good to give this guy some Nagash horsemen, but once again, they're a relatively early game unit, which makes me think we take out all these direwolves and fellbats eventually. We keep all the ghouls. We obviously get like at least 6 or 8 crit horrors in here, because the crit horrors are quite nice. And you did a good job, King Walkoff. We'll see what you do in an actual fight. Anyway, this is where I'm going to call this particular episode, as we are obviously way out of time. Next time, we are going to raid Juluk Oasis for a little while, until Tiktaq comes back to leading his army. Then we will assault it. In the meantime, we will probably send Walkoff in addition... Well, we'll probably trade a couple units with King Kura. We'll give him... probably a doggo and a couple bats as well, and then we'll send the rest of King Walkoff's army over here to Bagar to start raiding, prepare our way, and get a bit of extra cash for the attack on the Dune Kingdoms. We probably won't attack these guys, although, let's see, how many turns left? Only 5 turns. I mean, maybe we could do this. Maybe we could spend time here by raiding this, waiting for Tiktaq to come back for like two or three turns, then having Arkhan fight this battle for the Tomb Blade, and then as soon as Tiktaq comes back, attack this with Arkhan, and then immediately... Oh no, it won't work like that.
Make your proposal.
It won't work like that, because I think you can't declare war immediately after canceling a treaty either. I think you have to wait another 10 turns. I could be wrong though. I guess we'll see. We don't want the act of treachery thing right now, but I guess we'll see next time. So with that said, as always, I do appreciate any and all feedback. Yada yada yada. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.